Hey, good afternoon, everybody. We just got out to the farm, come cut up this deer. It is a little after 1 o'clock. So we'll be doing that here in a little bit, but I do have an update. We finally got our power. Poles are in, and I'm supposed to be meeting today to lay out the position of the septic system, so that'll happen today as well. But here we are. We finally got service out to the house. So now we just got to get them to come do the trim out and get it all hooked up. Hopefully sooner rather than later. But here we are. I'll flip you all around. There we are. There she is. Whew, looks good too. Some good poles. Yep. A new meter. I wonder if they hit water. But there she is. So it's awesome. Yep, should have underneath. Should have service. Get that hooked up soon. There it is. Yep. 200 amp. Make sure it closes. But should just push close at the bottom. There you go. But yeah, I definitely hit more clay over here, I can see. Oh, and they actually replaced one of the poles, one of the existing poles on the line on my aunt's side. So yeah, replaced that far one, I guess, because they said they need to replace this entire line coming up, because a lot of these, especially on the neighbors on the low side, there's a kind of a draw on a creek, and pigs around here, they like to rub up against them. There's a root around them, and they wind up just taking out a lot of dirt around them. And so my engineer was out here. We were laying this out. He was saying that a lot of those on that line, it's literally like a 3 to 4 foot drop off from where the base of the pole is, you know, to like the ground level. And I know there's a lot of brush they need to clear, trees and whatnot. So yeah, they're gonna do a lot of work on that, because I know when we had I guess the bad snow and ice a few years ago, I think my cousin was out of power for like 3 days out here. So yeah, so plan is to get a Generac generator out here as well. I'm gonna run on propane, and that way we ain't gotta really ever worry about power being an issue. So that way hopefully I can tie it back in. I need to put solar panel on the well as well, because I don't want to have to that's funny, put one on the well, so I don't have to worry about that ever not functioning as well, especially when if it does get to freezing, so I don't lose any water flow and I don't have to worry about pipes breaking and stuff like that. At least to help with it, at least. So yeah, so we are hopefully meeting the guy here sometime in the next couple hours, lay out the septic, and then hopefully he can get that in pretty quick, and it'll just be trim out. I think they have till the 23rd of this month, it's January, to actually get it completed. So their timeline per contract. So, but yeah, now we're gonna go ahead and get into the meat house. I went and picked up a shoulder clod. That was 31 pounds, $166 worth. So I'll mix that with the beef and the deer, and then give us a good mix, and then pick that up for me. Let's try it. Don't be trash out here. But we'll go ahead and grind that up and get that cut up. And yeah, YouTube's kind of frowns upon this kind of stuff, so unfortunately I don't think I'll be able to show it, but if there's something I can show, or if there's something of interest, I'll whip out the camera. So all good. So we'll see you in a bit. All right, we are working on grinding now, and I think I should be able to show this on YouTube, but we'll see. All right, I got 32 pounds of shoulder clod and about 35 pounds of deer, so a good 50-50 ratio, which I like more fat. I don't want a real lean burger, so And then I have still in the freezer, I still have, in the fridge, I still have the back straps and the tenderloins. So, come on, show, there we go. So, those will just get cut up in chunks. I'm actually gonna give them to a buddy that didn't get a buck, and it's gonna end the season. He's been going through some hospital stuff, so I'm gonna give them to him so he can at least get something this year out of it. But, yeah. Oh, there we go. What are we doing? There we go. Camera doing something weird. But yeah, so we're gonna sit here and do this and get it all ground up and packaged up and yeah, all the fun stuff. So this is usually how I don't buy ground beef very often. Usually we process everything ourselves, so make sure you keep using more deer, because
more deer?
Yeah, I mean you put beef in there, but make sure you even it out so it mixes well. But yeah, we're gonna work on this, and then watching the Michigan and Texas game, bowl game, which is going mid right now. We'll see, and then we're just gonna finish this up. So see you in a bit. Hey, good morning, everybody. So a little bit of a warpage from the other day. So today is actually Friday, and I guess we didn't do much anything after we finished the meet. We decided to go home. Tristan wasn't feeling well, so we just went ahead and we got finished, wrapped up, and then headed out. So now we're back out here today. All we did was finish bagging up and then cleaning up, so it wasn't too eventful. But we are now working on another cage, actually gonna be for our cats, because we get a lot of coyotes out here, and we have some indoor outdoor cats, and we don't really, try to keep them outside more. But anyway, so we have to we're building a little cage that we got from, I forget where she bought it from, but so we're putting it together, and this is what my current scene looks like. So got all of this to put together. It's just a little, it wasn't expensive, but hopefully it's just enough to keep them safe at night, keep the coyotes out and whatever else decides to try to eat them. But yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing today, and then we're going to go ahead and try to clean out the space for it, which I think we're going to put it right next to the dog kennel over here, which I need to find another solution for these tarps that came with it. Not exactly the best. I might have to find a different set of tarps, but because the wind was pretty bad the other night, and there's no connectivity in the middle on this thing other than some Velcro, and all that came apart. I can show you. So this and this half just Velcro together, and it's a silly design on the tarp. Just one Velcro strip here, so there's no grommets to tie it to the middle beam. So not sure, but we're gonna go ahead and not worried about that today. I'm gonna go ahead and get this tree out, this little cedar, and drag that to the burn pile. Probably all these little cedars right here, just cut them down to this, cut them all out. They're all just in some Yopon, but get that cleaned out today, and then that'll be the project for the day. That way, try to keep that shade from some of this tree. There's another big cedar here. I don't know if I'll take it out or not, but we shall see. We've got post oak here, and then a live oak next to it. Or is that, no, another post oak. So 2 post oaks right here, and then I got this big cedar. But the big cedar right now is holding my hot wire fence that goes to my other section of the property. So that one may stay there, so we might just clean all of this out today. Leave the big tree, and then clean out all this underbrush. And then that way that pin can sit right over in this area next to the dog. So then we got water right over here by the well. So easy peasy. So I know I showed the electric. We did meet with the 5M septic to go ahead and get that lined out. He's gonna put me, I think it's a 13-foot aerobic system in. And then we're gonna he's gonna put me, tie into my water. He's gonna put in 2 hose bibs outside, one on each opposite corners of the house. And then he's gonna run the sprinkler heads out to the pasture this way. So just kind of right through here, and he's gonna put 2 heads out that way. So yeah, that's kind of the plan. He's kind of was asking when he wanted to start, and I was like, whenever. So I don't have a ETA on trim out, but power's here, septic will be here. He'll get that all hooked in with the pump and all that, and then like I said, should be just waiting on them to do the trim out, hopefully within a couple weeks, and we can get moved in. So that's the plan. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up a camera, do time lapse. Go ahead and we're gonna work on that pin, see how long it's gonna take us. It's a bunch of just puzzle pieces, so it ain't nothing expensive, nothing fancy, but if it's enough to keep them relatively in a cage at night so that way they don't get eaten, that'd be okay. So, but yeah, follow along. We're gonna go ahead and get that set up and go from there. See you in a bit. All right, we have it built. I don't know, don't recommend it, but it'll work. This is what she looks like. Tarp is not the best, so probably want to get a canvas one for it, and plus tile fitting great. But it's all made out of like cedar. Simple little latches, nothing major. And it's got a door on that side and a cross functionally over there, and a couple of little boxes there and there. Yeah, that's what she looks like. I think it's 8 or 10 by 6 tall by like 6 wide, I think. So yeah, that's about it. Now we're gonna go ahead and get the trees trimmed and then get it in place over here. Get these trees out real quick. So let me work on that and get my chainsaw out and get this start cutting, get this trimmed out. So yeah, it is warm today. It is 84 and January 2nd. So gotta love it. Gotta love it being hot in the middle of January. I don't think we're gonna get that cold at all this year. So unfortunate. So all right, I'm gonna get to work. All right, well, a little bit of a failure today. So chainsaw having some issues. Like I said, it wouldn't stay tight, and I messed with it for probably an hour trying to get these trees cut. And every time I would tighten it, it kept getting loose. I don't know if it's something wrong with that little mechanism in there. I miss the old ones, the old style, which is that Stihl I don't like. But I got some of this trimmed out, so definitely a difference. But I'm gonna have to knock out this heel, and then there's a big old stump right here, which I'll probably have to get a tractor or something to pull that one out maybe. So sounds like a problem for another day, but I gotta run, see if I can run town and get on the way home, get a new bar mechanism, see what I can do with that little booger. And then we'll probably be out here tomorrow. So, and then, yeah, we'll play by ear. So, if I don't see you until the next one, all right. But if I don't see you tomorrow, then I'll probably go ahead and edit this and we shall see. So thanks for watching. Hey, good afternoon. So we are back. It's 2 o'clock on Saturday. Took my chainsaw in yesterday, where we left off. Needed a new sprocket, and then the mechanism that actually tightens the chain was really gummed up, and I don't know, so they wound up, uncle and my cousin, since they own the shop, they wound up helping me out and fixing it up for me. But I wound up getting a new sprocket in there, and then they fixed the mechanism, got it set. Hopefully everything's fine, but we're gonna go ahead and get these trees out now, finish cutting on these. When I had started, and then like I said, it started giving me problems, so I'm gonna go ahead and get these out. Just get these out of the way, finish up what I started before the week, so I do have to go back work on Monday. Be a long week there, so. But just fed the cows, they yelling at us, hungry, spoiled brats. But go ahead and get that. I do need to go check one of the deer feeders. I went and picked up a new battery. One of the batteries was dead, doesn't hold charge, so. But yeah, they took the saw apart and put this part in the bar through an ultrasonic cleaner, or one of their cleaners, part cleaner, and got that squared away. So hopefully we're about to find out that it'll actually stay tight and we don't have any more issues. So go ahead and get started, and then I'll see you in a bit. All right, I've got everything knocked out that I want to get. I need to get a tractor in here, or a shredder, or something. I gotta get these, and I need a stump grinder, really and truthfully. Need one with a skid steer or something, but got, like I said, that stump's out, and a bunch of just crap, but it opened up this whole area. Pretty nice. I said, it's gotta come and clean all this vine out. I can't think of the name of it. Freaking thorny stuff. Anyways, but gotta love Texas, right? Everything wants to bite you and poke you. So yeah, I'll have to get a skid steer or something in here and get the stumps out, or I don't know. Have to figure it out another date, but got another pile going here. That's gonna have to get piled up and burned as well. Probably do that Next rain, I guess, I hope. But it's getting pretty dry out here, so definitely need to get that taken care of. Oh, there we go, spin me around. But yeah, so it's already getting late. Yeah, it'll be dark in an hour or so. So I'm gonna put up the tools, chainsaws, and then go. I'm gonna do my feeder real quick, check that battery, check the level of corn, see how much corn's in there. But here and there, and then wrap it up. But it's gonna be a long week at work, so we'll see how much time I make it there. We're supposed to be getting our septic this week, so hopefully that'll come in. But yeah, thanks for watching, and hope to see you on the next one.